The PGA Tour heads to the Big Easy for the Zurich Classic at TPC, Louisiana, which has been the host since 2007, and it became the only team event on the schedule in 2017. Team Australia won last year as Mark Leishman and Cam Smith beat Louis Oosthuizen and Charles Schwartzel in a playoff. Well, here's how it works. There are 80 teams of 2 players. Rounds 1 and 3 are best ball. Rounds 2 and 4 are alternate shot. There's a cut after the second round. Only the top 33 teams and ties move on to Saturday. The winners receive a 2-year exemption on the PGA Tour, along with a spot in the 2022 PGA Championship, the 2023 Tournament of Champions, and the 2023 Players. But no world ranking points are at stake. With more from New Orleans, let's head back to Rex Hoggard.
Earlier this year at the WC Match Play, Billy Horschel talked about the idea that a lot of stock is put into that event when we're trying to predict success for either a player in a Ryder Cup or a President's Cup. He went the other way and said this week's event at the Zurich Classic is a better indication of possible success in a team event because you play all 4 rounds with a partner by your side. And on Tuesday, he had a chance to expand on that idea.
You know, everyone wants to put a lot of emphasis on how a player does in a match play situation, and yeah, it matters a little bit, but we got to understand there's only one session in the President's Cup and Ryder Cup where he's playing as an individual. The other sessions are playing with a partner, whether it be 4-ball or foursomes. And I think, you know, and I haven't been privy to the conversations about who makes a team, who doesn't, but I think if I was a captain, I would look very hard at how guys play in an event like this, because an alternate shot format, how do they play with a partner? You know, how do they play with different partners? Have they played with different partners in this event before, and what kind of success have they have? So I think there's a lot of, I think you can put more emphasis on a situation like this, because how they handle an alternate shot and the type of partner they play with that leads to success is a big key.
In that exact same conversation, Billy talked about the success he expects to have with you here, and he would be surprised if you guys don't win it one day. Why do you think he has that much confidence in this team?
Well, I think for starters, our games complement each other well. I think, you know, like I said earlier, you know, it's nice knowing that Billy's, he's just a very consistent player. He hits the driver really straight. He's a great iron player, great putter, and so, you know, he's going to be in the hole 99% of the time, probably 100% of the time. And so it allows me to be freed up a little bit more and maybe go to a few more flags that maybe I wouldn't necessarily like normally. And so I think it's, you know, it just gives us more opportunities to make birdies. And at the end of the day, that's kind of the name of the game.
I think Pat and I already know how we play together in tournaments. That's not necessarily why we're playing this week.
Sure.
We're good friends and we enjoy each other's company. So it kind of seems like a no-brainer. But in terms of preparing for the President's Cup, it's a long way away, and you kind of have to qualify outright for the team. So I feel like for me, Pat's already pretty much locked up in there. For me, I got to do my part and play some better golf to get on that team for sure, and then you can do as much practice in pairs as you want leading up to it.
You guys had success last year at the Ryder Cup, Patrick. You had success here last year in this event. What are the keys to playing with a partner?
Yeah, I think, you know, I get along really well with Xander, and so we have a fun time out there kind of anytime we play. We play a lot, so there's really no surprises if we, you know, hit a shot here or there. We've probably seen it before. And just, you know, embracing the format because it is different than what we play most of the time.
Now, Billy also said that it's important to have a good relationship with your partner and even be friends with your partner. But he pointed out last year it helps when both players are playing well. He admits he struggled last year and that Sam really had to carry the team, and that when both players are on their game, that's when you bring out the best in the team.